Call today's meeting to order. Today is May 21st, 2020, 8 a.m. Item 2 on the agenda, public participation. Any public participation, Sherry or Kathy?
I received nothing.
can't
Did
get
you,
in
Kathy?
there. I can't get into that thing. Well, I
Get
know
into what thing?
that public participation website thing.
Oh, so that's just a link. Right. So it would be emailed to, I think to my office. So I
Okay.
didn't receive anything. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Moving on then. Item 3, board minutes, approval of the board minutes for April 16, 2020. If I can get a motion.
So moved.
A second?
Jennifer,
Dennis,
Joe, do you want to say?
Yeah,
who
I
was that?
second Joe. Joe seconds.
Joe seconds. Discussion. We'll go around the table here. If there's any discussion, Sherry.
No, I'm all set.
Dennis,
Nope, all set.
Joe,
No, sir.
Kathy.
Nope.
I just had one thing on the minutes. We had discussed in the minutes last month, direct deposits for all retirees. Kathy brought up one instance. Kathy, do you want to explain that one instance that I guess is one person that it would be a hardship, I think, for them to comply. So my feelings would be to make an exception for that one person and to going forward, all new retirees, it's a requirement. Kathy, do you want to just give a little update on that one?
Sure. We have one retiree who currently lives in Ireland. She's 86 years old and lives in a nursing home. She has a bank account right now with a small little Irish bank. And in order to have direct deposit of U.S. funds, that bank has to have a system that agrees with the U.S. number system. And I've spoken with Munis on this regarding how to get her money, and there's absolutely no way that she can get it through her existing bank. Since she's 86 and lives in a nursing home, I prefer just to keep sending her a check under these circumstances, rather than have her go out and try and find another bank if she's even has the ability to be mobile and go find one.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't, just want to make sure that this situation is the only situation that we make an exception for.
I agree. I still have 2 holdouts of people who have not complied with direct deposit. Other than that, everybody is on direct deposit.
No, I agree with that.
Okay, Dennis, Joe, you fine with that?
I'm all set with that.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
I'm all set. So we have board minutes. We'll take the vote. All in favor. We'll go around the table. Sherry?
Yeah, we could do a roll call vote. Yes.
Sherry. Dennis, you fine with the minutes?
I'm fine.
Joe?
Yes, sir.
I'm an aye. Moving on, item 4, cash book. Let's go around the table again. Sherry, anything on cash book? Oh, actually, can I get a motion first? Motion to.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I second.
Second.
Second. Discussion. Sherry, any discussion on cash book for March 2020?
No discussion.
Dennis, anything on cash book for March 2020?
Nope.
Joe, anything?
No.
I am all set. Kathy, anything in particular about cash book? All set?
Nothing.
Okay, we will take a roll call vote. All in favor, Sherry,
Yes.
Dennis?
Yep.
Joe?
Yes.
I am an aye. Moving on. Item 5, monthly budget for April 2020. Sherry, anything on that?
No, nothing.
No. Joe, anything on monthly budget?
No, no, sir.
Dennis, anything on monthly budget?
Nope.
Kathy?
Nope.
Moving on. Item 6. Policy to authorize one member to sign on behalf of the board for our monthly warrants. We'll have discussion. Sherry, do you have anything on that you'd like to discuss?
Yeah, this was kind of presented during a webinar.
Okay.
And I think Dan actually took the webinar as it was going on, and Kathy and I viewed it after, as it's on PARAC's website. So we viewed that after. And they did talk about this. And my only thing is they said to have either the executive director or the board administrator be the signer, or the chairperson. And I think to keep it clean, where Kathy is on payroll, she would be signing that. I think to keep it clean, not to have the executive director be signing it. But then, thinking about the two people that they said, I don't think they took into effect that certain retirement boards, or I don't know if Wakefield's the only one, the chair of this board currently is the town accountant, and that's not the case with a lot of the retirement boards. So I don't know if they didn't take that into account. So now it's kind of like, now what do? We have, they specify two people, either the executive director or the chair. So now what do you do?
Oh, it doesn't open it up for other members of the board to.
You know, I don't know.
Was that more of a suggestion, or was it had to be either or? Or it had to be either
Really
one of those?
say, I guess it's just their suggestion that it be either or.
Okay,
But they want the board to review them first, like we're gonna do later on today.
right,
And then after they're reviewed, designate one person to sign off on it.
right.
So this board is a little unique, and I don't think that they thought about maybe the chair of a retirement board is also, could be the town accountant. I don't know.
I myself, where the town accountant, it would still be separate from the retirement board per se, but I understand what you're saying. Whatever the wish of the board is, I think that it could be any of the 5 members of the board could be the signature, especially if we're all reviewing the warrants at our particular meetings. I think it would be similar to the board of town council, I'm sorry, where there's one person that supposedly reviews and signs and comes back to the full board and gives a rundown on what he or she signed off.
Right. So, and I think, yeah, I agree.
Whatever the wish of the board, I'll sign. I'd be happy with anyone else signing. Any other thoughts?
I have none. No, I mean, I agree with you, Kevin. I'm okay with having you sign or somebody else.
So on this item here, item 6, is this an item that we need to vote, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna authorize one person,
Okay.
then you need a vote on that.
Anyone want to sign? Sherry, you want to sign?
No, I didn't bring that up for that. I just just brought up two issues. That's it. No, I'm fine, Kevin. If you are good with signing, and you think it's clean that way, or there's no issue with it that way, I'm totally fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with signing. And, you know, where we have the audit done by PERAC, you know, if they bring it up as an issue, you know, we can
We
change
can
it
revisit it. Mhm.
if they suggest that we do. But, you know, I'm fine with changing it, signing it.
Okay, all right. I will motion that Kevin Gill is the member of the retirement board to sign the warrants.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Dennis? Very good. Motioned and seconded. All in favor. Sherry?
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Very good.
Just one more thing before you move on to that. According to what PERAC has stated in this, I have to send out an email to all the board members. You have to just respond saying that you approve the warrants. So just be aware that I will be sending out an email, and you have to send one back to me saying that you approve it.
Okay, so time frame on that. So, because I know some people don't check their email like frequently.
I
I'm
mean,
getting better, Sherry. I'm getting better.
Yes, you certainly are, Joe.
I'm a busy guy.
I know.
Ideally, checks should not go out until I at least receive it back from 3 people. But so the sooner the better. I mean,
So
I
would
really
it be-
shouldn't be sitting on them.
No, right. So would it be, would it happen after our retirement, like days after the retirement board meeting?
Yes,
Or is it?
yes.
Okay.
After the retirement board
Okay.
meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
look for it a day after the retirement board meeting or something like that, but a
Yes.
few days after. Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably do it that afternoon.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sounds good. All
Sounds
set?
good. Yes.
Moving on, item 7, possible executive session. We got a letter from Tom Mullen with regards to a lawsuit brought against the town of Woburn, where Wakefield Retirement Board was named a party. So in Tom's letter, there is possibly questions or concerns with board members. So I'll go around the table here to see questions or concerns. Sherry? Or if you think we need to go into executive session.
I know. Thinking if we could, you know, we can talk about it without getting into, you know, the bones of it.
Sure.
But I just don't know. I don't think Joe or Dennis had any background on this. I don't think they were on the board at that point.
Okay.
So they may not know any of the background on it. I don't know. Feelings, Kevin, what do you think?
I read the thing last night about, you know, that Thomas Mullins sent out. Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking about as far as the background? So I read that last night regarding that, you know, this issue with the Woburn and the officer.
Right. So do you have any questions about that background of it, Joe?
Just because I'm so new at this, I don't know if you could dumb it down a little bit for me. I think I understand what the issue is, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I just wanted to make sure. So is he just looking to buy? Can I even talk about this, or does this have to be executive?
No. Well, we can talk about it, long as we don't get into, you know, the details and probably names. I would say, you know, we can talk basics.
And I think, Joe, Joe, just
Yeah.
quickly, I think, the Wakefield Retirement Board stance was that we felt that that this officer was entitled to the time that he was looking to buy back from Woburn, and that Woburn was on the hook for, and that Woburn didn't do the right thing. So we were agreeing with the police officer that Woburn should bear that liability.
Allow him. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I got out of it. So by reading it last night, or I think I did.
So, Dennis, you have any thoughts or concerns on this?
No, to be honest, just kind of in the dark totally on it. I was unaware of it. I didn't study into it. I didn't think it was my place. I was under the impression that it was kind of out of my hands, so I didn't bother diving in.
Right. And the thing with this is we really don't have any further say since this has already been filed. So basically we don't have any vote to take on it today, and no further action. But it does bring up a question that I have going forward. So I don't know if we want to talk, bring that up right now. I do want to bring it up during this meeting, but if everybody is good with item 7, Kevin, do you want to talk on item 7 a little bit more? Do you have anything?
I have nothing, depending on how where is it at now? Is it Crab or Dollar?
Supreme Court.
It's at the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court,
Mhm.
even, if it comes back as a negative to the Wakefield Retirement Board, a negative ruling for us, somehow, we're like the second or third party after Woburn. I think the board can still disagree, and at that point, maybe we get other counsel involved.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and that was kind of my segue into my next discussion. Would you like me to?
Let's bring that up after. We'll put this item to bed, and then we'll bring that up. Item 11.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine.
Okay. So we're all set on item 7. Sherry, you're all set.
I am all set. Yes.
Dennis, you're all set with item 7.
Yep, all set.
Yep. Joe, all set.
Yeah, there's no action for us to take on that issue, right? So it's just
Right.
informational only. Is that
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
I'm all set.
Yeah. Maybe further on down the line, we'll see something on this. But as of right now, there's no action for us.
Okay.
Kathy, anything more on that for you?
No.
No. Okay. Item 8, reentry plan. Discussion regarding reentry. There was a memo in there. Questions or concerns? Go around the table. Sherry?
Sure. Yes. As we all have heard by now, Governor Baker has laid out a phase reentry, and I know the town of Wakefield has also had a reentry working group committee that has been working on basically everything that Governor Baker has laid out. I also have heard that the light department was doing their own reentry. Little different from Wakefield, as I understand it, where their doors are still going to be closed. They've been working remotely, and according to Pete Dion, it's been working with no issues, just like everybody else at Town Hall also. And I kind of have the feeling that the retirement board is kind of under an umbrella like the light department, where, you know, we're not part of the town, but Kathy does have an office at Town Hall. I would feel comfortable letting Kathy decide on her own reentry plan. You know, she has been working remotely, and if she's comfortable doing that, I feel I'm fine with her doing that. Or if she's comfortable going back into the office, that's totally up to her. And I think we should leave that decision up to her.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. You know, I know on the town hall, where the retirement board is separate from town hall. Town hall is coming up with a plan, but their plan is also inclusive to any questions or concerns with regards to any individual person. So, you know, can we incorporate that into Kathy's plan or our plan, or should it be?
Yeah, Town Hall, first floor is going to work differently than second floor. Second floor, for the next month or so, is going to be by appointment only anyways. So we will, whoever does go back onto the second floor, I am not including myself in on that plan as of yet. I am planning on working remotely. So I don't see any need of Kathy being there if she doesn't have to be there. You know, I think for her own safety, you know, she can do. And I know that position is an appointment position. People have to come see her, but, you know, making, you know, an alternative, you know, she can meet with people Zoom, you know, and go over documents that way. So there are ways of meeting with people without having to physically be face to face. And that's another thing with Kathy's office. It's, you know, people want to talk about their retirement, but it is confidential information. And can you really have a confidential conversation 6 feet apart without people hearing, especially in Kathy's location of Town Hall? No, I don't think so. I mean, I've been in other offices and you can hear what's going on.
No,
yeah.
I agree with that, Sherry. You know, I think, you know, as long as the work is getting done and the people's needs are being met, you know, whatever Kathy would deem, you know, the best way to do it, and that everyone is being serviced, that would be, that would be good.
I have heard of no issues, complaints, anything. And believe me, my office, I hear every complaint out there. I haven't heard anything for the retirement board.
Okay, very good. Kathy, how's that sound with you?
That sounds good. And for the time being, I do plan on continuing to work remotely.
Okay. Question with regards to, I know I've seen you at Town Hall a couple times. Is that like just checking the mail or picking up?
Yeah, I have to process the accounts payable checks. So there has been occasions where I have done that. And
Okay.
I also have to process other AP checks to give to Faith to pay for the federal taxes, state taxes, that type stuff.
Right.
So there is reason I have to do that because I can't bring blank stock home. As much as I like to, I can't do it.
Okay. So from time to time, you would be going in just to
Yes.
do cleanup stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And under the town hall reentry plan, as it is being proposed, even when first floor people are coming back to work, and I think it's going to be next week, possibly, anybody that doesn't work, anybody that's not an employee of town hall still cannot be in the building. So even when those first floor people come back, it's still not going to be open to the public or open to any person that is not an employee of that building. So that's, you know, that's still going to happen, you know, for a few weeks. And then, you know, then the second floor will be phased in, and then phase 3 will be, you know, the whole building opening. But I mean, we are weeks and weeks away.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. So you're all set with this now?
I'm good.
Joe, any questions, concerns?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay, Dennis, you're fine?
I'm fine.
Okay, Kathy, you're good?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, I'm all set. Moving on, item 9, survivor benefits. Option C, survivor benefits. Item A, Nicholas Heracos, survivor of Ian School Department. Kathy, anything special on this?
No, they're both very straightforward. The employees or the retirees passed. When they passed, they both chose option C, so it's just a payment to the option C survivor.
Okay, so both of them are good.
Yes.
Sherry, any questions or concern? Actually, why don't we take can I get a motion first? Motion to accept?
Are we doing separate motions on this, Kathy, or do you want them all together? Totally up to you.
It would be good.
Separate?
Right.
Okay, yep, I motion to approve Nicholas, what is it, Haraskos?
Close
Yes.
enough.
Ariscos.
Haraskos.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Joe seconds. All right, we'll go around the table. Sherry, any questions or concerns?
No, none.
On Nicholas. Dennis,
No,
any
nothing.
questions or concerns?
No, I don't have any.
Joe, any questions, concerns?
Nope.
Nope. Take a vote. All in favor, Sherry?
Yes.
Dennis? Joe?
Aye.
I am an aye. Item B, Daniel McNamara, same issue. Can I get a motion first? Motion to
Sure.
accept.
Yep, I motion to accept Daniel McNamara for option C survivor benefits.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Joe seconds. Sherry, questions or concerns?
No, nothing.
Dennis, any questions or concerns?
Nope.
Joe, any questions or concerns?
No, sir.
Okay, we will take the vote. All in favor, Sherry?
Yes.
Dennis?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
I am an aye. Moving on, item 10, correspondence. We'll go around the table. Actually, can I get let's do a motion and a second, and then we'll go around the table. Can I get a motion to accept correspondence?
Yeah, I motion to put the correspondence on record.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion. We'll go around the table. Sherry, discussion.
No, nothing.
Dennis, anything?
Nope.
Joe, anything?
No.
Kathy, anything?
Nothing.
I have one item, item C, the Michael Sacco memo with regards to medical exams, with regards to disabilities. You know, I think our board should probably follow what Michael is suggesting in his memo that with regards to, you know, some of these medical panels, you know, we have a hard enough time getting information sometimes from them with regards to disabilities, and we go back and forth. If they start doing, teleconferences or reviews, I'm sure it's only going to be more muddled. So I think we should follow Michael's suggestion. There are some that are pretty straightforward. So I think it's pretty much take a case by case look at each individual instead of doing a blanket. Let's get the dog.
I just muted Kathy. Sorry, Kathy. I know it was my Piper. Sorry about that. I'll unmute you in a minute.
So,
you gotta flush the toilet too, Sherry.
Yeah, okay.
So that's all I had on correspondence. So I think with regards to disability medical panels, we take it on a case by case basis.
Agreed. Yeah.
So I'm all set with correspondence. Kathy, you're all set. We'll motion to accept and put on files has been voted. Put on file. Sherry. The vote.
Yes.
Dennis.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
I am a yes. Item 11, matters not anticipated for the agenda 48 hours public prior to public notice. Sherry, anything?
Yes. Great segue just talking about Michael Sacco. So let's keep that discussion going.
Yes.
Seeing that none of us on the board are attorneys, it's out of my wheelhouse, even though my background is in the legal field. I didn't take the bar. I'm not an attorney. And I feel with, any instances or things that come up for legal things, I feel they should automatically go to Sacco. Whatever bill we get from Sacco, I think in the long run, it could save us a lot of money. So I don't think paying an attorney really is should be an issue. So I know I would like to revisit sending things to Sacco just automatically. And he right now is our attorney of record for the retirement board. And I feel that anything that comes in, none of us are have that background to make any legal decision without being advised.
No, I agree with you, Sherry. I think the Wakefield Retirement Board sometimes, and it gets confusing. We've split some items between Tom Mullen. Some items go to Michael Sacco. Michael Sacco is the expert in retirement law. I agree that, when there is a legal issue for our retirement board, I think we should be sending it. Instead of splitting it, I think it should be going to Michael Sacco. I think it's more of an investment of our money that, we get some real expertise, advice in retirement law. And, that's something, even Tom Mullen had mentioned that he's not an expert in retirement law. So, and there's so many nuances in retirement law that I think it's well worth it.
Yeah, Chapter 32 is such a different animal,
Yes.
and having somebody that is an expert in Chapter 32, I think we can benefit so much from.
So, and I'm assuming so with anything that would come to the board where we do, the board would decide if we need the legal expertise. And if the board decided yes, that we would use exclusively Michael Sacco? Or,
Yeah, let's talk about that. Because yes,
Okay.
I feel yes, exclusively Michael Sacco, yes.
or that we wouldn't split it between Tom and Michael Sacco?
No, right. No, I think our attorney for retirement should solely be Michael Sacco.
Okay.
But I would like to revisit. I'm just trying to think of the prior votes, the prior vote for Sacco a couple years ago.
Okay.
Was it voted that it was case by case? If it was, I would like to revisit that.
I am not positive on the exact vote that was taken. Kathy, do you remember what the exact vote was?
I think it was case by case.
When you say case by case, that like if there is a disability that's like a slam dunk, that is that something we would want to send to?
I don't treat any disability as a slam dunk.
Sure.
I just don't,
Yeah, there were a few in the past that I thought were slam dunks, either for us or for the retiree. And it turns out I was totally wrong.
But is that just with regards to disability retirements, or is that everything that comes in? Or like, do you know what I mean? Are we talking just disability retirements, or any item that comes in that is questionable that you want legal advice that goes to Sacco? Or is that something the board should look at first before we say, this is something we should send to Sacco?
I think it should be anything that requires legal advice. I have a quadro that came in that I swear is wrong, is an iffy thing. And we approved it, so to say, and without going to Michael Sacco. And I'm not sure if the whole thing is right. I could be wrong, and it may be fine, but it doesn't appear to me to be fine.
I agree. I agree. With these disabilities that come through us, they get sent to doctors. We're not a doctor, so they get sent to a specialty. I feel the same thing. Like, legal is not any of our wheelhouse. I mean, I can read motions, I can understand them, but I would be very leery to challenge it. Where I don't have that. Like I said, I didn't take the bar, so.
Yep. So I agree that, Michael Sacco knows all the ins and outs, that, and it's a specialty. So, and there's a lot of different curves that get thrown at you with various cases. So, yeah, I'd feel comfortable with using Michael Sacco on any legal advice that the board needs.
Okay, so are we going to put that into a motion that anything that comes through the retirement office, the executive director, we can authorize her just to send it to Sacco right away? Before it comes to the board, we get Sacco's background, then the board can vote on it.
Can we do that today, or do we want to put that on an agenda item for next meeting? And then with regards to that, if Kathy gets something and she sends it out to Michael Sacco, that the board will be made aware that stuff is being sent to Michael Sacco and the reason for. Do you know what I mean? That
that was my question.
Say that again, Joe?
that was my question. If we're gonna go that route, would we know ahead of time or get, a packet or whatever, how you send it out? And, all right, yeah, Kathy's sent this to Michael Sacco, and we can read through what we're sending him for his legal advice. Would we know ahead of time what we're sending him, or meaning the rest of the board, or would we just know when we get his opinion or his legal advice?
Right. So
after what he looked at.
Right. So like right now, if a disability will come through the office, Kathy has it. Until Kathy tells us we have a disability, we don't know we have a disability.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
what if Kathy gets a quadro that is straightforward and, no questions or concerns, it's a straightforward issue? Would you send that to Michael Sacco, or is only ones that you have questions or concerns about?
I am happy. I am happy having Kathy make that decision. She has dealt with many quadros and everything. If she isn't comfortable with a quadro, I am fine with her sending it to Sacco. I am not an expertise in quadros either. I didn't have one. I don't know.
Kathy,
Can
your
I ask
thoughts?
a dumb question?
Yes.
All right. Sorry.
Go right ahead, Joe.
What do you mean by, are you saying quattro or quadro?
Quadro.
It's a quadro. It's a qualified domestic order.
Okay. I didn't know what that was. I'm sorry. I'm new at this.
No. That's
All
totally
right.
fine. Yeah.
So Kathy, your thoughts? Is that something that you'd be comfortable with, making that decision that, if you're fine with something, it doesn't have to go to Michael. If it does, if you do send something to Michael, if we have a board meeting, you can say, I sent this to Michael because, I had a question on how it was being calculated or the terms and conditions, just to give the boards a heads up of, there is stuff flowing between the retirement board and Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds fine.
So every quadro wouldn't go to Michael. Any legal opinion that we get, we wouldn't be sending to Michael to clarify. If we needed clarification, we would send it. But
Right.
if it was straightforward and we understood it, that wouldn't be something that would need to go to Michael.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Is that your motion, Kevin?
Do we want to? Is that something we want to vote on today, or should we vote next meeting? They put it on as an agenda item because it wasn't on our agenda.
Yeah. Whatever your wishes as chair, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should probably put it on as an agenda item for next meeting, and that we would vote to accept it at next meeting. My feelings.
Joe,
are you fine with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Dennis, you okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, sounds good. Terry, anything else on item 11 that is not anticipated?
No, nothing.
No. Dennis, anything?
Nope.
Joe?
No, sir.
I am all set. Kathy, anything?
No.
No. Item 12, announcements and acknowledgements. We'll go around the table. Sherry, anything?
Yes. I just want to recognize and thank Kathy Cheek, our executive director, who has seamlessly these past few months kept the office running, and no small feat. As we know, all of us that have been working remotely, it's been it was a challenge to get into a routine, but once you're in that routine, it works out great. Kathy, thank you. I haven't, nobody has ever reached out to me saying that, they can't get an answer, or they're having problems getting in touch with you, or any issue whatsoever. You've paid the retirees every month, so they've been getting their checks, and everything has been status quo, as if you were sitting in an office in town hall. So, thank you very much, Kathy. I totally appreciate you and everything that you do.
Thank you.
Second.
As usual, Kathy, great
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
Sherry, anything else?
No, I think I
Nope.
talked enough. Yeah.
Dennis, anything on announcements, acknowledgements?
I'd like to thank Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Thank what? Thank,
I will.
thank,
I will
thank,
you, Joe.
What did I do something?
Just for being you.
Yeah.
Joe, anything?
No, sir.
No. Kathy, anything?
Yes, I don't know, all you guys should have received an email from me/the retirement board. There's going to be a training this morning at 11 on employee self-service, the ESS system that we purchased a couple years ago through PTG. It's for members and retirees. It's a webinar that is set for an hour and a half, and it should guide people who have any questions and who aren't really familiar with the employee self-service on the do's and don'ts of the system. So I plan on taking that. I know Sherry plans on taking that
Yes.
also.
Yes.
I don't know if the three guys have signed up to take it or not, but you did receive emails yesterday, I believe, on it.
I think
Is that the portal? I read that last night. Is that the portal to get, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that last night. I'm gonna try to do that today. Okay.
Yeah, I
Wait,
think.
was it 11?
11 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a great tool for the retirement office to have, because employees can go in and do their own estimate calculation. And I think we've never had training on ESS, so to say. So I think I'm definitely doing it like Kathy said. So yeah, I think it's an exciting tool for the retirement office to offer to, the employees and the retirees.
We've had a big increase, around 100 members sign up for ESS since this whole quarantine started.
Oh, I'm sure.
People
Yeah.
are trying to get, involved. And this is a tool to teach them.
Right, exactly, because nobody's ever had really training on it. Even
Right.
when it was, brought to me and Kathy, and as we worked in the office, we kind of fumbled through it, and so I think it's very exciting.
Kathy or Sherry, question on the webinar, where it's at 11 o'clock today. Do they record the webinar, and is it available somewhere you can watch it at any time? Do you know how they record various?
Yeah, it's not at this point. I don't know if they're going to record this particular one, but they are looking to somehow get it posted somewhere. And I'm not sure whether it'll be PTG's website or whether it'll be our website, but they are looking to do that. But if you would have missed today's webinar, at this point in time, you cannot see it.
Okay. Because I think, where
Yeah.
people could fit it into their schedule.
Right.
And it's out there as a can recording. You can go out there and get a lot of good information.
Yeah, agreed, definitely.
So if you do hear that they are going to have it somewhere posted as a recorded program, if you could let us know, I think that'd be great.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
That was
Kathy,
the only
anything?
thing I had.
Okay, I'm all set. Item 13, the warrants. Kathy, how do you want us to handle these? Go one at a time?
Yep, one at a time.
Okay, item 13, warrants. Item A, staff payroll for April 2nd, 2020 in the amount of $8,778.60. Can I get a motion to accept?
I motion to accept the warrant in the amount of $8,778.60.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Joe seconds. Discussion. Seeing none. All in favor. Sherry?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dennis?
Aye.
I am an aye. Item B, non-contrib payroll for April 3rd, 2020 in the amount of $5,310.12. Can I get a motion to accept?
I motion to accept the non-contrib payroll in the amount of $5,310.12.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Joe seconds. Discussion. Seeing none. All in favor. Sherry?
Yes.
Dennis?
Aye.
Joe?
Yes.
I am an aye. Warrant number C, contrib payroll for April 4th, 2020, in the amount of $946,381.95. Can I get a motion to accept? Sherry?
I motion to accept the contrib payroll in the amount of $946,381.95.
Can I get a second?
I second.
Here I have a second. Discussion, seeing none. All in favor. Sherry?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dennis?
Aye.
I am an aye. Warrant number D, accounts payable warrant, May 1st, 2020, in the amount of $751.97. I get a motion to accept, Sherry.
Motion to accept the warrant in the amount of $751.97.
Can I get a second?
Aye.
Second.
Discussion, seeing none. All in favor. Sherry?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dennis?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Warrant E, accounts payable warrant, May 2nd, 2020, in the amount of $281,009.25. Can I get a motion to accept? Sherry?
Motion to accept the warrant in the amount of $281,009.25.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll second.
Joe got in for the second first. Discussion, seeing none, all in favor. Sherry?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dennis?
Aye.
And I am an aye. All set with item 13. Item 14, next board meeting, Thursday, June 18, 2020 at 8 a.m. Is
It will
everyone
be
fine with
at-
that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
It will be
Sorry,
another.
what was
It will
that date
be
again?
June 18th,
June 18th. It will be another Zoom, people.
Zoom meeting.
Another Zoom.
We'll have the COLA hearing that day.
Okay. So the hearing's nothing special. It would be just, we don't have to, we close the meeting, open the hearing, but we can do that all
All in the.
continue. Continue.
Yeah. All on the same link. Yep. Kathy already advertised the COLA hearing with the Zoom information.
Okay,
So yeah, we're good.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Everyone all set with that next meeting? Joe, all set with that next meeting?
Yes.
June 18th? Dennis,
Yes,
all
sir.
set?
Yeah, well, but would you say we will get another ID number, or is it the same one as today?
Nope. So we'll get another ID number. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Kathy or Sherry, did you guys hear from Dan Sherman?
I
Did
did
anybody-
not.
Oh, kind
Yeah.
of strange. No,
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe he's getting ready for the meeting tonight.
That could be. I'm sure.
So item 15, adjournment. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Get a second?
Second.
Joe seconds. Discussion? No discussion. Seeing that, all in favor, Sherry?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Dennis?
Aye.
I am an aye. Thank you, everyone. be safe, and someday we'll see you all again. Hopefully.
Great. I know. All right. Thank you. Have a great
All right.
day.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.